How do modern kosher kitchens use separate sinks? Have you ever wondered how modern kosher kitchens maintain the strict rules of Kashrut when it comes to food preparation? One key aspect is the use of separate sinks. This practice is essential for keeping meat and dairy foods apart, which is a fundamental principle in kosher dietary laws. Let's break down how this works in a kosher kitchen. First, a kosher kitchen ideally features two distinct sinks. One sink is dedicated solely to meat, while the other is for dairy. This clear separation helps prevent any chance of cross-contamination, which is vital since mixing meat and dairy is not allowed in kosher practice. If the sinks are part of a double sink unit, there must be a physical barrier between them. This barrier stops water, food particles, or splashes from moving between the two sinks. Such a setup is crucial to maintain the integrity of each food category. Most kosher kitchens prefer stainless steel sinks. Why? Because stainless steel can be kashered, meaning it can be made kosher through specific cleaning and heating methods. On the other hand, sinks made of porcelain or enamel are generally not kasherable. They tend to absorb flavors and cannot be cleaned to meet kosher standards. Inside each sink, separate dishpans and slightly elevated racks are used for washing and drying meat and dairy dishes. This setup prevents dishes from coming into direct contact with the sink surface, which could lead to contamination if the sink was previously used for both types of food. Now, what if you only have one sink? In that case, it is still possible to maintain kosher standards, but it requires careful attention. The single sink must be thoroughly cleaned and kashered regularly. Dishes and utensils should not touch the sink directly. Instead, they should be washed in separate dishpans or on racks placed inside the sink. Each type of food must have its own dishpan and rack to avoid any mix-up. When designing a kosher kitchen, the arrangement of sinks is part of a larger system. This includes separate ovens, refrigerators, and countertops for meat and dairy. Many kitchens are laid out with two distinct work areas, one for meat and one for dairy, ensuring that separation is maintained throughout the cooking and cleaning processes. In summary, modern kosher kitchens utilize separate sinks to uphold the laws of Kashrut. Whether through two distinct sinks or a single sink with strict protocols, the goal is to avoid any mixing of meat and dairy. This careful management of sinks and their arrangement is essential for maintaining a kosher kitchen.